for inviting me. I believe to clean up will mean to do things according to the law of the land. We have a grand law, which is the constitution of this country, isn't it? And if you do not follow what the constitution says in any facet of our life, there's no way you get it right. There's a reason why you have law and order. In the oil and gas sector today, law and order, as enshrined in the constitution of this country, is not followed. Because we have people that, for one reason or the other, have been made to be bigger than the country itself. That is the players in the oil and gas sector. They behave as if there's no law and order in this country. And that's why we're where we are today. If we had followed the law, the PIA as it passed wouldn't have been passed the way it is passed. Because there are sections of the Constitution that were compromised deliberately. Even when the ministries in charge of such areas wrote to the president that this is inimical to the interests of this country, they still went ahead and passed the PIA the way it is passed. I'm talking about the issue of measurements. And I'm glad that the person President Tinubu put in charge of these discussions is in the person of the National Security Advisor, that is Nuhu Ribadu himself. I remember when Jonathan was in power, he asked Nuhu Ribadu to go and investigate or carry out a study of the oil and gas sector and come back to him to tell him what is exactly happening. He came back and said there are places where there are not even meters. And where you found them, the meters are substandard. Why am I saying so? The only reason why we're discussing Egoni today is because of the two things. One, the issue of degradation of the environment. Number two, the issue of sensitivity, that is the restiveness in that area. What do you think led to those things? It's because corruption and mismanagement is endemic. We have the constitution of this country which says that before you even bring anything that you want to measure, used to measure in this country, you have to take it to a particular department of the government to verify, to first certify that this equipment you want to use to measure, for economic reasons, for safety reasons, it is acceptable. The PIA came and said this department should not even function in the oil and gas sector again. This is a constitutional matter. I'm talking about the Waste and Measures Department under the Federal Ministry of Trade and Investments. That department today is in comatose. The PIA says they should not even work. They should be sent out of the oil and gas sector. That NURPC, that is only concerned about the economy of the oil and gas, should be the one that will also check themselves. So it's not just about the Ogoni issue that you are talking about. It's about the fact that this country is run, in a manner that as if there's no law and order. People saying take politics out of it, take this out of it. The fundamentals must be addressed. And President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I give kudos to him, for bringing this matter. But he should ask everybody, what happened to your study? Why is it not implemented? That is the fundamental that we must address. Because Waste and Measures is not just a law. Go to countries that we are trying to emulate. You talk about the United States, talk about Europe, you talk about wherever you want to talk about. They observe the laws of Waste and Measures because it protects your health. If you don't measure correctly, you will have spillages. If you don't measure correctly, you will have corruption. People will steal your money without you knowing. This is at the bottom of what we're discussing. And it's already in our laws, but you now bring another law which was promoted by people who are interested in your money, who want to steal your money. The gentleman says, who talked before says he's not talking about stealing. It's stealing. Because these people know what they are doing.
So what is required to clean up Ogoni land as it is?
What is required to clean up Ogoni land, like I said, the fundamentals must be addressed. Let the departments that are supposed to work to ensure that you don't have environmental degradation, you don't have stealing, you don't have corruption at the level it is. Let them allow them to work. They are there. You don't have to create anything again. Just give them the power to work. Then everybody will get what belongs to you. Or good people are saying they are not getting what belongs to them because of corruption. It's not really funny that where the whole oil started in 1957, when the lottery was that you don't have to abandon and then start looking, So the issue, the fundamentals must be addressed. The PIA, the president has it. He can let him carry out a very detailed study of that PIA against the interests of this country. He can issue, executive orders to make things to work the way it should work.
Okay, Engineer Waji.